dumbbell workout. In this workout, if we have a pair of dumbbells, I'm going to be going over 4 essential exercises that I find to be the best exercises to do with these specific tools for this specific workout. So we're going to be going over 4 movement patterns that are going to be essential for gaining health, rebuilding your strength, putting on more lean muscle mass. Whatever your goals are going to be, these specific exercises are typically what I go to with these tools to get those type of results. So the first exercise we're going to begin with is a dumbbell goblet squat. So I'm going to hold the dumbbell slightly below my chin. So I'm holding the dumbbell just slightly outward. I don't want to go too far, but I want to keep it slightly in. From this position here, I'm going to be tall and tight. I'm going to have a slight bend in my ankle, then my knees, and then my hips start reaching back. I sit down, I press my feet into the floor and stand tall. So again, I'm tall and tight. I begin to start reaching my hips back. My knees, ankles start bending. I go down as far as I can. Then I press my feet into the floor. So if you need to, you can keep the bell a little bit closer to you to gain a little bit more balance. But as soon as I'm done with my squats, I'm going to go into a 3-point row. And so that 3-point row, I'm going to be using a bench here to have my hand on the bench. I'm going to take my feet. I'm going to step back. I'm going to have a bend in my knee. I'm going to reach my hips back and then straighten out my chest. From that position there, I want to make sure my chest is raised up. I squeeze that dumbbell as hard as I can and I pull my elbow slightly back. I don't want to keep too tight because that's not going to be efficient. What I want to do is create a little bit of space between my elbow and my ribs as I'm pulling, feeling that muscle underneath my armpit, down the side of my ribs, doing a majority of the work. As soon as I'm done there, what I want to do is go into a dumbbell RDL. With that RDL, I'm going to start tall and tight. My shoulders are going to be pulled back, but they're also going to get slightly wide. From here, what I want to do is have a little bend in my knee. Then from there, I'm going to reach my hips back as if my butt's going towards the ceiling. My belly button reaches the floor. I press into my feet, and then I stand tall. So again, bend the knee, reach those hips back, belly button to the floor, press the feet, and stand tall. Avoid the knees bending. This is not a squat. This is your hips bending back as you're going into that motion. So really emphasize the crease at the belt line getting smaller as you're reaching your hips back. Then once you're done there, you're going to move into a dumbbell bench press. And with that dumbbell bench press, we're going to push the weight up with our knees. Hands are going to be upward. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to pull your elbows slightly out to the side, and you're going to pause. So when I'm pausing at the bottom, I want to make sure that my elbow is in line with my armpit. If I go too far down, I start stressing out the front of my shoulders. And I don't want to go into pain, so I want to make sure that my elbows end at the armpits, and then I press back up. So my feet are firmly pushed into the floor. I pull my elbows back. I pause, then I press back up. Now remember, I don't want those elbows going too far down. I want them somewhat leveled with the armpit and the torso. Now as far as the hand position goes here, you can go slightly inward. And if that causes some stress on the shoulder or on the elbow, go in a neutral position where the dumbbells are facing forward with you. You can pull down, press back up. Now, when it comes to the sets and reps and all that stuff, weights, find what you find is reasonable for yourself or what you have available. Set the timer for 25-30 minutes and go through those exercises as many times as you can, but don't think of it as a rushing motion, like you're trying to speed through it. No, no, no. What I want you to think about is doing anywhere from 5 to 10 reps of each exercise, however it feels, and just doing as many rounds with good technique as you can, and go back next week and see if you can either keep at the same repetitions or the same amount of rounds, or if not, maybe increase it.